Hey chat, how are you? Sighs. So, some movies and television I've watched recently. I'm going to start off with Hamnet, written by Billy Shakespeare. Maybe you've heard of him. Terrible movie. Hamnet, more like Hamnot, am I right? So, it was a book. Carolyn read the book, loved the book. She went and saw the movie with Liz Fisher. They both loved the movie. They both cried numerous times. Okay, so I was like, I'm open to this. I'll see if I can dig it. It's a rough start, and I was like, this is the script. This is the dialogue. This is what they're. This is how they're talking. Oh, and then it settles down after that. Everything's so dramatic. Everything's so serious. And can we finally be honest that Paul Mescal is not handsome? He's not good looking, okay? He's darn near difficult to watch on the silver screen. In the middle of Hamnet, they have a 20-minute production of Hamlet. Like word for word. They're up on the stage and they're doing the dialogue, and I'm like, what is this? I don't need this much of an actual Shakespearean production. I can't understand Shakespeare. I don't get Shakespeare. I don't know no Shakespeare. I couldn't follow. Like the dialogue is just it's like Charlie Brown's teacher talking or something. I'm like, why? And why is it going on so long? It just goes and goes and it plays a part in the movie where the wife shows up to see Billy Shakespeare playing Hamlet or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I get, but I didn't need the 20 to 25 minute production clip portion of Hamlet. Terrible movie, worst movie ever, horrible. Never again. We were talking to Lennox about it, and his anti-British sentiment really came out. And we were like, hey, do you want to watch it with us? And he said, no. And we were like, why? And he said, I can't take British accents seriously. And we were like, huh? And then we're going back and forth, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And he goes, name one British movie that made you cry. And we were like, oh, well, that's kind of a good point, I guess. We also watched The Housemaid. Carolyn read the book. Terrible movie. You yell, you laugh, because it's so dumb. It's so ridiculous. It's so over the top. There's one scene where Sydney Sweeney is looking in the mirror, the bathroom mirror, and then she opens it for whatever reason, and then she closes it, and right behind her, Amanda Bynes, or Amanda Seyfried. Oh, that'd be really scary if it was Bynes, am I right? So just those stupid kind of jump scares. It's silly, but whatever. And then there's one part in the script where Seyfried and the feller, Brendan Sklanat, are married husband-wife. And they get into an argument about marriage, possessions, or whatever. And the dialogue is literally back and forth, husband v. wife. It's mine. It's ours. It's mine. It's ours. It's mine. It's ours. And I was like, wow, this is some good script writing. John Grisham called. He wants his spec treatment back. Seyfried kills it. She's unhinged off the chain. She goes gonzo. She buys in hook, line, and sinker. She's fun. She's enjoyable. She's 40, by the way, which tripped me out. Brandon Sklanat, the guy from It Ends With Us or Last With Us, Last of Us, She's With Us, He's With Them. That movie where Justin Baldoni was mean to Blake Lively and then Ryan Reynolds intervened. And Brandon Sklanat is schlubby in that movie. He's a little worse for the wear in that movie. You're like, okay, this is a guy, whatever. But in this movie, wow, he got yoked, or he's normally yoked, and they dress him up all dapper, and he looks good. He fine, girl. He fine. So that's something definitely. I mean, he's wearing a tank top through some of the movie, and you're like, wow, me likey. I like it a lot. Near the end, there's some extended torture scenes. I don't like watching that stuff. It doesn't sit well with me. Overall, it's fun, but terrible. It's a half hour too long. Whatever. Who cares? We watched Landman, which came on a recommendation from a coworker. This is Billy Bob Thornton. It's a television show where Billy Bob Thornton is the realty guy for an oil company. It doesn't matter. Terrible. Boring. Who cares? The one part that I could see getting into is his relationship with his teenage daughter, older teenage daughter. And I was like, okay, this is kind of cool, but it's a small part of the show and whatever. I couldn't get through, barely got through one episode. And I was like, well, nah, I'm just not going to waste my fleeting, precious one life on this dumb television shoe. Do not care. War Machine. This is with Alan Richson. And it's the movie where he beats up his unruly neighbor. Well, the neighbor started it. Skip the first 30 minutes and then it's dumb, but it's fun. Carolyn and I were laughing at it and making fun of it and mocking it and yelling at it. It's enjoyable. It's so predictable. Like in the beginning, it's him and his brother out in whatever desert doing army stuff. And right away I was like, brother's gonna die. The brother's gonna die. The brother's gonna die. Spoiler alert, the brother dies in the opening scene. And then even some lines I like predicted the next line. I was like, he's gonna say this, and then he said this, and it's like, yep, this is worse for wear, but it's an enjoyable romp, I would say, but it is not good. Neighbors is this television show on HBO Max where they profile a bunch of neighbors having disagreements. It's good stuff. Excellent television, unhinged, people beefing over a tiny piece of land, like 2 feet by 8 feet. And it just goes back and forth, and they both have their phones out. They're both cursing at each other. They're both filming each other and name calling. It's just, they're all nut jobs. It is so entertaining. But it's such a waste. You realize all this stuff is such a waste. It's a waste of their own personal time. They're all losers, so they have nothing better going on. But it's a waste of their lives. And then they always call the cops, and the cops got to come down and take reports and say, well, we can't do anything. So it's a waste of our law enforcement's time. It's a waste of the court's time because it always end up in court and the lawyers and go back and forth. And the judge is just like, are you fucking kidding me? You two, get over it. One person's got to give, but I ain't going to be that person. The Scream murder, this is in Ohio a couple years ago. These high school boys killed a female classmate. These idiots filmed themselves talking about it, planning it before, after. And they were loosely inspired by the Scream movies, horror movies in general, they're big fans of. But it's terrible what they did to this gal. But it's a decent doc, 3-part doc. Lord of the Flies. Listen, I watched the movie 30 plus years ago. Okay, that's when I fell in love with Balthazar Getty. But they relaunched it or rebooted it or whatever into a television show. And we watched the first episode. Whatever. Boring. Just, I'm not gonna put myself through this torture of 8 episodes or 10 or whatever it is. As the rappers say, should have been a movie. Yeah, it should have been a movie, and it was a movie. Go watch the movie and save yourself 8 hours. Yes, Piggy's in here, but it's just whatever. Who cares? After one episode, I was like, I already know the story too. I know the story, and not for me. I watch TV looking for reasons to stop watching it. Well, you got to bring it, okay? There's too much stuff. There's too much content. There's too much of everything. So you got to hook me episode 1 and you got to keep me. You got to get that hook in my mouth. Like you're fishing out on the riverboat. Wonderman, I tried. I gave it 5 episodes. It's fine. It's different. But there just wasn't enough there for me to stick around. The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins. Okay, this is good. This is Tracy Morgan. It's got a little 30 Rock DNA. It's got some writers from Girls 5 Eva, best television show ever. And this is on NBC, Peacock, whatever. GE, General Electric, pays for it. It's good. It's funny. Yes, it's got the 30 Rock / Girls 5 Eva feel. It's not great, but it's really good. And it has some really good laughs and it delivers. And it's got some heart. And I don't need so much heart, but that's fine. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm through 5 episodes right now. Taylor Swift, End of an Era. It's a 6-part docu-series. So we start watching it. Carolyn and I love Taylor Swift. Okay, her music. A few songs. Okay, I like Style, Wildest Dreams, and Blank Space. Or is it Blank Spaces? So we're like, okay, let's check this out. We start watching it, and very early on in the first episode, about 10 minutes in, she's giving a pre-concert pep talk to her dancers and musicians or whatever. And you're like, okay, whatever. And it goes on and on. And it's like, okay, do you really need to talk this much? They're making a ton of dough doing something fun. I think they get the program. They get the picture. They know what's going down. They're into it. But she just keeps talking and talking and talking. And then it cuts to an SUV just driving down the road or whatever, and you're like, okay, this is the next scene, and it still has a voiceover going on. You're like, okay, well, they're about to cut to her talking in the SUV, but no, it cuts back to the pre-concert pep rally, fun fact talk or whatever. Like, what? Why is she still? She might still be talking. It's too much. We couldn't get past it. Turned it off. Who cares? Okay. Well, I think I'm done. Take care. Brush your hair. Peace out. I'm Audi 5000 G Money. Gotta go late. See ya. Fiend.